What's good, everybody? Hope you're all well. Just thought I'd put this to bed now. So I'll do a live stream on it. Hope you're all good out there anyway. So, like I said, this will be the last time I'm talking about this now. It's becoming a bit boring, but I think it needs addressing, as I've been on this subject now for nearly 2 weeks. So, first of all, um, woke up early this morning, checked my phone, just looking at notifications, and I seen that Michael Benson had put the tweet out that the fight was off. So I checked YouTube, saw a few channels had put that it was off, but I'm one of them guys. I like to see the evidence first before I try to present it or present myself with it. And as I went work and the morning was going on, I kept seeing that more and more channels were coming out with it, but I hadn't seen nothing official. I was checking Sky, I was checking Talksport as well, and then Silver Stream. I always butcher your name. Salute to you, brother. I hope you're good out there. Yeah, so I kept checking, seeing if there was anything official of it. And then it come up on Sky Sports. I'd already made the video this morning at work. Salute to you, brother. Anyway, I hope you're good. I'd already made the video today at work. By the time it had uploaded, it was official that it was done. It was over. So I feel that Tyson Fury, first and foremost, I do not hate Tyson Fury. I've had a few people saying I hate him. I don't hate anybody. There ain't anybody in this world who I hate. Just because I don't like his antics outside the ring does not mean I don't like it. I hate the guy. I think he's a great boxer. Yes, he is. But the way how the man perceives himself to people or conducts himself, whatever, I don't like it because there's always obstacles all the time with this guy. I did think that Eddie Hearn talked Anthony Joshua out of um, that contract, what he said, but I think now, to me, it just looks like it was a bullshit contract. But getting back to this, so Mo, salute to you, brother. I hope you're good. Are you back in the UK? Or are you still in Holland? But salute to you anyway, Mo. Tonight's sponsor, Heineken. Got to celebrate something because we ain't getting undisputed. I don't normally drink in the week, but I thought fucking gonna do a live stream. So anyway, yeah, getting back to it. For me, from when all this first come out, little old me, I didn't jump on the bandwagon that this fight was ever happening. Wonder how Fury fans feel now. Well, yeah, well, I'm going to come to that, Mo. Yeah, I'm going to come to that. So, little old me, I thought, no, this fight ain't happening. There's no way that Tyson Fury is going to take a 6-week training camp for an undisputed fight. I'm back in the UK, lost. All right, sweet, nice one, Mo. Sweet. I'll have to give you a ring, Mo, because I haven't spoke to you for a long time, brother. I'll have to give you a ring. Give you a ring in the next day or two if you want. Chat up. It'd be nice talking to you. So, like I say, I didn't believe in this hype. I never did. I'm not one of them people because a lot of channels clickbait to get views and stuff. I don't do that. I'm not that type of person. I like to see the evidence first. Tyson Fury knows Usyk is a problem for him. Yeah, exactly. And well, this is what I mean, Silver. I can't say your name, but I'll just have to call you Silver. Um, it, That's what I mean. There was no way when I saw this. There was no way I thought that Tyson Fury is going to take a 6 week UGC flame. Salute to you, bro. I'll give you a wrench. You're a good man, then. Salute to you, brother. You got a wrench now, bro. So yeah, I didn't think that this fight was ever going to happen. Not within 6 weeks. I did think maybe down the line they might be able to push it further down. Speak during. Yes, okay, Mo. Yes, okay. Yeah, I'm on for that, brother. Most definite. I'm looking forward to that fight. Can't wait for that. Yeah, no problem. UGC Flames. No worries, bro. Thanks for coming through. Thanks for your support. So I thought to myself, this fight ain't happening. Maybe further on down the line it'll happen, but not within 6 weeks. There was no when I looked at Tommy Fury and I seen him at the Tommy Fury fight. I thought there's no way that guy's fighting fit. Alex Cooper, salute to you, bro. He's put Usyk is just as good at mind games as Fury and any other factor I've seen someone get Fury to. Exactly, Alex. Exactly. And that's I'm going to come to all this because Usyk has shown me right. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not like some super Usyk fan. I like the guy. I always liked him, but I had AJ to beat him. I thought AJ was going to beat him because of the strength and that, the tallness, the size, just the physical size and strength. But he showed me something what I never thought he was capable of, and he dealt with Anthony Joshua very easy both times. So that's why I sort of like swing towards. Plus, he's just a decent. The man's just a decent guy. You can tell he's never in the media for bullshit. He's never causing trouble. He's never calling people out and making promises and breaking them and stuff like that. He's just a genuine, decent guy. Not that I know him, but you can just tell the way how the man carries himself. I'll give you a wrench, Alex, because you subbed to me the other day. Thank you. If it does it, I'll just give you a wrench. So anyway, I thought as time went on, this fight ain't happening. The clock was ticking, going on and on and on. People were still adamant, like Addy off the zone and other people on Talksport. Yeah, this fight's made. No, it wasn't. And another key factor, what got me was why did Javon Sugar Hill, who was training Lawrence Okole, Bruce, salute to you, OG. They're all coming through. Salute to you, good brother. I hope you're good out there, Bruce. Why did Sugar Hill leave Lawrence Okole to come to the UK when he was training him for a fight? That sort to me just thought this is just a trick, this to get them going as if that they are gonna have the fight. Basically, what I think's happened is Tyson Fury has been blowing all this hot air, saying that he wants the fight and all this, and everything. What he put this shitty obstacle to Usyk. Usyk, yes, let's do it. The Usyk said first 60-40, as we all know. No, do one, come back 70-30. Okay, yeah, let's do it. And then all of a sudden he's thought, shit, he's called my bluff. Right, okay, I'll move the goalposts. No rematch clause. Usyk said, yeah, okay, no worries. But we didn't ask for a rematch clause. You did, but it's not a problem. We'll do it. So then he's thought, he's put them little videos up on Instagram of him and his bag carrier, Joseph Parker, in the gym. And you think, there's no way that you are going to be match fit in 6 weeks. Not for a guy who holds the belts. Do you know what I mean? And he's got a great boxing IQ, and he's just as good as you. For me to think that he would have taken that fight was suicidal, because there was a great chance of him getting beat. So what I thought would happen was he would move the fight further down the line, but because he's pushed Usyk into such a corner that Usyk he's had to pull out in the end. There's nowhere for him to go. What's Usyk fighting for? Scraps. The man's got 3 belts. Not one, 3 belts. So, I was going to say Eddie, and Frank Warren's been on Talksport today saying the fights, it can still be made and all this. No, Frank. Usyk's done with you. Unless you give him 50-50, I can't see Usyk dealing with this guy again. And like Alex Cooper's just said, Usyk is just as good at mind games as Fury. That any other factor I've seen someone getting Fury so rattled. Exactly. It's brilliant how it's worked out because he's given Usyk all these shit deals. Usyk's taken them, and now it's made him look like a clown because there's nothing else for him to do to Usyk. What else can you do? The man's taken everything you can give him and still wants to fight you. But you don't want to fight. So now the fans, I've just been on a webpage on Facebook, he's getting torched. The man's getting roasted. And a lot of them are even saying, I'm done with Fury now. I was a big fan of him. And a lot of fans now have seen what he's really like. And Usyk has showed the public what he's like, what the man's capable of. The whole family is like a cartoon, the Furies. You've got his brother having cartoon fights with Jake Paul, which I think is ruining boxing, that YouTube shit. You've got John Fury telling lies that he had 100 fights, bare knuckle fights, 100 knockouts, 100 wins. Yet there's no footage of him. Porky showed you that. There's no footage of him ever even having one bare knuckle fight. Silverstream, I can't pronounce that name. Tyson Fury has failed us. Exactly, brother. He has. He's failed us. He's not only robbed the British people of a historic moment. He's robbed the world of a historic moment because we've never had undisputed heavyweight fight championship, especially the heavyweights over here. We've never had it, and especially the 4 belts, because when Lennox did it, there was only 3 belts. You know, this was the fourth belt. It was the first time undisputed heavyweight boxing would have had 4 belts in the history of the sport, plus on British soil. So he's not only robbed the British boxing fan, he's robbed the world of a great fight. When boxing is in the pits, I've just been listening to Laura Woods on Talksports, and even she says boxing is in the pits. You've had all that saga with Conor Benn, and now all this saga. Salute Stormy, salute to you, brother. Hope you're good. Triple B's put my man, a boxer from New Zealand, said he's a disgrace, and he said Brits look soft. Haha, man, yeah, I can give you a wrench because you subbed to me the other day. I just give you a wrench, my brother. Alex Cooper's put, he might not be scared of Usyk, but he's making himself look scared. Yeah, I agree there. I don't think he's scared. And that's why I don't call Tyson Fury, I don't call any boxer a coward. Because they're doing something. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem, Triple B. I don't call any boxer a coward because at the end of the day, they're doing something what I've never done. I did a little bit of boxing when I was a kid. Nothing. It's only just a bit of club fighting. That was it. A bit of amateur fighting. Nothing special. So I know how hard it is, getting smacked in the face as a young lad because I started when I was 10 and I finished when I was 12. So I take my hat off to all boxers who step in the ring, and it's wrong to call them cowards. But what I don't like is you can call a fighter a ducker because they do duck, as proven. But it doesn't mean that he's scared or he's a coward. What it is to me is he knew that Usyk was in pristine condition. Like his manager said, he's been training 3 times a day for 7 days a week since before Christmas. He's as sharp as an arrow. He's ready to go. He's got no injuries. His shoulder's fine. He's ready to go. Tyson Fury has not been training, plain and simple. And anyone who tells me that he has is a liar. You only have to look at his physique. I mean, he's not got the best body anyway, but he's well overweight. When he was at Tommy's fight in Saudi or Dubai, wherever it was, he was well overweight. So you can't tell me that he was in fighting condition. And like I say, I think what he tried to do was just call Usyk's bluff, thinking that Usyk could just walk away, and then he could then make it look like Usyk was scared of him. But Usyk stuck around until it was at the point where there was nothing else for Usyk to take, and he's not fighting fit. And then he's thought, shit, what do I do? So so he's pushed Usyk even more, asking for more demands. That Usyk's just said, you know what, fuck this, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not fighting for scraps. I'm the heavyweight champion of the world, and I've got more belts than you. Like I say, Usyk doesn't show me that man don't care about money. He cares about legacy. And Tyson Fury has robbed him, because he could have been the only fighter, to my knowledge, since Evander Holyfield to be undisputed cruiserweight and then become the undisputed heavyweight. And this is why this fight was so important, because it was legacy for both of them. Really, if you think about it, Usyk could have been a two-time undisputed champion at two different weights. Fury could have been two-time world champion and undisputed at heavyweight. So, and plus the fans got robbed. But it's just, and something else I was picking up on. There was a channel that was going on about John Fury's so quiet. Normally, John Fury, you can't get him out of the bloody media. He's like Eddie Hearn. He's a camera hoe. He just loves being. He's a social media whore. He just loves being in the limelight. But I'll love to see what Fury's got. I'm waiting to see what excuse the man's coming out with. Why didn't he just hold his hands up, say, you know what, he said, right, I'm not fighting fit, I'll fight you in June. Or even at the end of May. Do you know what I mean? At least he would have had like 8, 9 weeks training camp, 10 weeks. But to say, right, I'll fight you on April the 29th, it was bullshit. And like on my video on Sunday, D'Lo made a great point. D'Lo said, why did it never have any problems with Dillian White and Derek Chisora? Them fights were made just like that. Anthony Joshua, stumbling blocks. Usyk, stumbling blocks. Deontay Wilder, he dragged that shit out for over a year. That Wilder had to take him to court to get him to fight him. Triple B's put, and they all lying on us, and they're going to announce it as the England versus the England Ukraine match on Saturday at Wembley. Exactly. I mean, none of us are here, and no one, not the boxing fans aren't fake. None of them are. I've had a mate today. He's a diehard Tyson Fury fan, and he texted me on one of my videos, and he said, "Loz, I actually, for once," he says, "I believe you." He says, I still think Fury's the best fighter out there. He said, but he says it's a shambles. He said, I believe you, Loz. I said, Mo, listen, I've been saying it for years. This is why I can't relate to Tyson Fury. It's not because I don't like the man as a boxer. I think he's a great boxer. But I just don't like the lies, the mockery, the shenanigans, everything, the calling of names of other fighters, and all the lies. I'm going to donate my money to charity after the Wilder fight. No, you didn't. Also, stop lying. And then all the 500 million to get me out of retirement. That's it. I'm done. And then next thing you know, you're fighting Del Boy. It's just, like I say, the whole family's like a cartoon. Yes, they can fight. Yeah, they can. But the whole family's like a cartoon. And then you see Peter Fury, who's just completely different. And Yui, completely different. No wonder Peter don't get on with John Fury. Yui Fury's dead quiet. You'd never see Yui in the media for anything. You never see Peter Fury in the media for bullshit. But Tyson, you just see. And I feel that the fans I just don't see how he's going to get over this, because, like I say, I've just been on a Facebook webpage, and he's getting slaughtered. He's absolutely getting slaughtered off his own fans. I mean, you only have to read it in my comment section. The amount of people what have slaughtered him, but it was all, like I say, he, he's very good at manipulating people. I think Tyson Fury, he's very good at manipulating people and spreading this web over people that people believe in it. But I see through that. I saw through it years ago. I saw through it years ago. He's a liar. He contradicts himself, and I don't know. But I just think that this point in time, as boxing's on its arse at the moment, that and it all seems to be coming from over here. You've had the shenanigans with Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn, a fighter who failed twice for drugs, but he's still fighting. It's laughable. The WBC should be shut down because they're corrupt as fuck, man. They're ruining boxing. You think you could get away with that shit with the IBF? Hell no, no chance. IBF they wouldn't stand for this shit. That is the only governing body what I actually recognise now. Because the WBO corrupt and the WBA are definitely corrupt. It's just that the WBC are more corrupt than any of the others. Like I say, it's coming from here, and now you've got all this. I don't know how he's going to mend this. I really don't know how he's going to mend it, but he will somehow. You watch, he will somehow. I don't think he'll mend it like proper smooth it over, but them Tyson Fury, and when I say this, Tyson Fury fans, excuse me, I don't mean fans as in like boxing fans. I mean the ones what like they've fallen in love with him. Because I know a few of them, a few workmates. The man can't do no wrong. He's the greatest and all this, the best heavyweight since Lennox Lewis, and you know, and like I said to him, he's had 4 title defences. Lennox Lewis had 14. You know, but they think that the guy can't do any wrong. Well, hopefully now, Usyk has presented that to you. Usyk has shown you now that this guy can do wrong, and he is wrong. He's a liar. He's manipulating. He's just a bad egg. But as a fighter, yes, the boy can fight. It's like Floyd. Floyd's an absolute fucking bell end outside the ring, Floyd Mayweather. But man, what a fighter. You can't take that away from Floyd. But outside the ring, he's a clown. But Floyd don't pull shit like this guy. And you watch. Who's he going to fight? He'll make a title. I don't even know who his mandatory is, actually. But I know Usyk is now going to go to fight Daniel Dubois. And he'll have to fight Filip Ergovic. Daniel Dubois, that'll be easy work for Usyk. That'll be like target practice. And don't get me wrong, I like Daniel Dubois, but he's too robotic, he's too stiff, he's too big. Usyk will just be like a wasp round him. He'll be pinging him from all different sides, left, right, under, up. He wouldn't. That's target practice for Usyk. That's an easy night's work for him. And I think he beats Filip Ergovic too. I think he'd have more of a problem with Ergovic, but I think he beats Filip Ergovic. And then the other thing what I was going to say as well, can you lot see Usyk? Can you lot see Usyk? Just say, for instance, right, they both go off, face the mandatories, Usyk gets past Ergovic and Daniel Dubois, and whoever Tyson Fury fights, and he gets past them. So, I don't think, you're not going to see Undisputed this year, definitely not, because Usyk is going, I can't see Usyk having 2 fights this year. He might do. They're looking at getting him back out in June. He maybe might come back out in December. If not, I think early February, January, February. So you can write Undisputed off for this year. But then do you think that Usyk would even want to come and do business with Tyson Fury after this shenanigans? Me personally, I don't think he will, unless it's a 50-50 split, which it rightly should have been. Stormy's, but Los D, I cut turn last night on my Tuesday night tussle 45 minutes in regarding Talk Sport Boxing Simon Jordan interview. Right, Stormy, I'm on that after this, mate. I'll go and watch that and smash. I did see you come on last night. Actually, I smashed the like button, but it was like, it's about 1:30 in the morning over here. I have to get up at 6 for work, but I did see it come on. But I'll go out and check that. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They need to be held accountable. Frank Warren accountable. Tyson Fury accountable. Eddie Hearn accountable for the shenanigans what they're doing in boxing. No wonder people are sick of boxing. You're not getting the fights what we want. We're just getting fucking normal Wednesday night boxing, and then they're trying to charge us pay-per-view for it. It's like the Zone, 20 quid a month. Look at the Zone's list of who they're fighting. It's fucking shocking. Apart from Tank and Ryan Garcia, but that's pay-per-view. Foul player, salute to you, man. Wow, I haven't seen you for a bit. I hope you're good. Big up Lost the Pimpy in the UK's finest. Yeah, salute to you, New York, man. Salute to you, you're a Brooklyn boy, aren't you? Salute to you, Al. I hope you're good, brother. So, yeah, you've got to agree with me. Boxing's, it was starting to look really good. If we'd have had Fury, we've got Tank and Ryan Garcia. Can't wait for that fight. Caleb Plant and David Benavidez this Saturday or Sunday for us. That's a tremendous fight. You got some good fights coming up. This would have been top of the table. And then we could have said, right, boxing's working its bait. Don't get me wrong, boxing is still good. I love the sport. Always have done, always will do. But when you're getting shit like this, all this mockery and shenanigans, what's being pulled out of the bag, I just feel that the boxing fans are good. And I think this is where the fans have turned on Fury now, because the fans have just had enough. They've had enough. They had enough with the bullshit with Wilder. They had enough with the bullshit with AJ. Then you make a fight with Dillian White dead easy. You make a fight with Delboy dead easy. And then all of a sudden, Usyk, big problems, stumbling blocks again. It's just the same old BS. Alex has put, Fury said from the start he wanted to fight Joyce rather than Usyk. Yeah. And you know what? I hope Joe Joyce does end up fighting Usyk. That'll be a great fight. But yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, listen, man. Like I say, I had AJ to beat Usyk because I just thought it would be the strength and everything. And then I'll read it in a minute, Mo, just one sec. And then when I watched the Usyk fight, I was gobsmacked. Tyrone said to me, no loss, you need to watch this guy. He's a tremendous fighter. He can fight off all these mad angles and these mad punches from everywhere. And I watched him and I just seen how easy he beat Anthony Joshua. I was like, yeah, the man's a good fighter, man. And then he fought him the second time and it was easy work for him. He showed that he can handle big men, no problem. And I think that's what Fury's realised. This guy ain't a so-called middleweight, what you say. Well, why are you not fighting him? Because like Alex has just said, you didn't want to fight him. You didn't want to fight him. Mo's put, I'm watching more football these days. Yeah, exactly, Mo. Exactly. Don't fucking blame you, brother. Sorry for swearing. Don't blame you. At least you don't get much BS in football. Brucey's saying salute to you. Salute to each other. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean, Mo. You don't do no content no more. You haven't done anything for months and months. It must be well over 6, 7 months since I've seen you drop a video. And I don't blame you, Mo. I was getting the same with this. And it's just the fact that I'm very thankful for I've had quite a lot of subscribers over the last week or two. And it's just spurred me on. Plus, I was watching a guy on YouTube and he was saying if you want your channel to grow, you've got to put that work in. You've got to do live stream. You've just got to do it. Because I've got quite a busy life, but it's like last night I should have gone to the gym. I didn't end up going because I wanted to get that video out. Because I know I've got things to do in the week, but you've just got to do it. And I think that's how you'll get subscribers if if you put in content. I don't ask people to subscribe to me. I do put the badge there. I don't ask people to smash the like button. It's up to you. If you want to subscribe, if I'm thankful for it. If you want to smash the button, I'm thankful for it. But people are their own people. It's up to them. If they like the content, they'll do it. If they don't, they won't. But I'm easy with that. I love and enjoy talking about boxing. Most put, I took a break until I feel it again. Yeah, Mo, that's what I mean. It can get you like that. Hey, up, Mog. You've lost your wrench for some unknown reason. I'll give it you back. See this guy here, Dogs of War. This is the lad who I was telling you about. He's a die-hard Fury fan. I've known Mog. He used to work with him and he used to knock around with him. What's Mog put? He's put all boxing as a joke at the minute. Loss kills me saying it, but Fury has let himself down. I can't say nothing more than that, Mog. I can't. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. And I don't know how he's going to get over it, pal. I don't. Because, like Mo said the other day, when I did that video, all the fans turning on him, the fans are turning on him. You only have to go on Twitter, boxing web pages on Facebook, all the channels up and down YouTube, read the comments. A lot of people, 2 years ago, you wouldn't have seen all these comments. Not like what you see now, put it that way. But it's all because of the shenanigans, what he's doing. He's turned his fans on his own self. He says he doesn't care. I think he does. Because like Mike made a great point. Mike said, well, if he doesn't care, Loz, why does he keep making all these videos every 2 minutes? He can't stay off social media. Of course he cares. Everyone, especially if you're a fighter, everyone wants fans. You need your fans. You need your fans on your side. Your fans are what keep you going. Your fans are what put the money in your pocket. You need your fans. But he's doing the opposite. He's turning fans against him. And now, I don't know, like Mo said, if he'd have beat Usyk, if the fight had happened, a lot of fans would have, right, okay, yeah, the fight's made, buzzing. And if he'd have beaten Usyk, then a lot of his fans would have forgiven him. But what he's done now is he's turned his own fans against him. Don't get me wrong, he's still got thousands of fans, I'm not saying that. But he's turned a lot of his fans against him, plus he's also made Usyk more popular over here than what Usyk already was. And let's not forget, Usyk has got a big following over here because he's been fighting over here for the last 4 years. Tony Bellew, Derek Chisora, Anthony Joshua, and he's a very humble guy. He keeps himself to himself. He conducts himself well. People like that. Don't get me wrong. People like Fury because he's a pantomime villain, isn't he? And people do love pantomime villains, like Eubanks. Yeah, he's like Marmite. You either hate him or you love him. His dad was the same. And I think most people loved him because he's a pantomime villain. But sometimes being a pantomime villain can turn on you. And Usyk's done that to him. Well, he's done it himself, but Usyk's just made him look like a clown now. Like I say, I'm waiting to see what the outcome is because I think he's going to blame Usyk for everything. I can't see Tyson Fury holding his hands up and saying, you know what? Yeah, I was being greedy. I wasn't match fit, so it was me. I can't see that because I don't think Fury's that type of person. Most put it took a while for Fury to have massive fan base, and now he's losing them fast. Facts, exactly. And let's not forget, a lot of Fury fans left him. Remember when he made them comments about homosexuals and stuff, and it was all up in the paper quite a few years ago. I think it was about 8 years ago, maybe a bit longer. I think it was before he got stripped of the belt. He lost a lot of fans. But like I said in my video, boxing fans are ruthless, man. They're ruthless, and they jump ship like fucking fleas on dogs to a cat. Like I say, if you do something wrong, them fans just jump ship. They don't want to know, and they go with the guy who's the good guy. And they did the same thing with Anthony Joshua. When he became champion or was coming up, they were all on his nuts. And as soon as Anthony Joshua made that statement about Black Lives, joining the Black Lives Matter protests, see how many fans left him? Don't get me wrong, he's still selling out and stuff, but he lost a lot of fans. And I've seen loads of videos on YouTube calling him a racist, calling him a bigot, and all stuff like that. He's only out for himself. So you need your fans on your side. Silver's put lol, yeah. But it's true though. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, then tell me. I don't mind. I like listening to people. I love engaging with people. I'm not always right, am I? Hell, there's loads of people in here who know more about boxing than me. I'm not the best person that I can't break down stuff very good. Go listen to Stormy B, man, or Mo, or Bruce Gas. OG Bruce Gas. They know how to break shit down. UGC Flames. I'm not very good at breaking fights down. But I won't say I'm very good, but I can talk about when I spot something what's BS. You know, that was why I never ever made a video saying, it's on, it's on, it's on. I was actually live when all these videos were being made. It's on, Tyson agrees, Usyk agrees. And to me, it was just, no, it's not happening. Because you're not going to fight someone in a 6-week training camp. Most boxers have 3-month training camp. 6 weeks? You ain't going to be ready in 6 weeks. No way. Not against someone like Usyk, who, like I stress again, Usyk's been ready since Christmas. So, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to pan out. Most put, he's made insult words to us Jews, but Fury since has done a U-turn. He even said he's not gay mates. Yeah, well that's what I mean. Mo, you can't say shit like that against fucking people, especially if you're a superstar, because they turn on you. I mean, he was up for Sports Personality of the Year, and then when he come out with that stuff about homosexuals, BBC were like, "You're off." He wiped him straight off the list. Else put, the promoters know that boxing fans will eat shit. The fighters are not being shy about making the fans eat shit. Exactly, Mo. Exactly how. That's what I'm talking about, brother. The fans have paid for it again. It's also we're getting shit on all the time. Same shit with the Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor fight. You know, Jack won that fight fair and square. I like Josh Taylor. I've always followed him. I still do follow Josh Taylor. I think he's a great fighter. But Jack won that fight fair and square. He got shafted. And then it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. And now he's fighting Teofimo Lopez. It's just, like I say, the boxing fans, like you've just said, Al, the boxing fans are eating shit. We're getting served scraps. Scraps, that's what we're getting. And just every now and then, you get a good fight. Like I say, Tank Davies, Caleb Plant, they're good fights. This would have been a barn burner. It could have been the best boxing year in a long time, this. But now, like Els just said, we're being served shit. And it's not fair because, no wonder people are streaming fights all the time now, not paying for pay-per-views. Because half the time, the pay-per-views aren't even pay-per-views, or the pay-per-view is a pay-per-view fight, but the undercard's shocking. Look at me like, he's a bin man, he's a vicar, he's a new, you know what I mean? He is, man, he's shit. Boxing's, like Laura Woods just said, I keep repeating myself, but Laura Woods just said same thing on Talksport. Boxing's in the pits, and now this is just put the cherry on top. Got DAZN charging you £20 a month for absolute tripe fights. What's the best fight DAZN have put on this year so far? Lee Woods versus Maurizio Lara. That's all I've seen. But fair play to DAZN. At least last year, I think DAZN had a good year last year because they put some good fights on last year. They did for me anyway. But yeah, to wrap this up, because I'm babbling on now, and I appreciate everyone who's come through. Um, where where do you see Fury going next? What do you think will happen? None of the current boxers are pay per view worthy, and I mean that. None. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Look at. Oh my God, man! Look at how long fucking they've been trying to make Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. It's nearly what 5 years. Well, I've been in this place 4 years, and I remember it from my old house up the road. They were trying to make it then, so it's like 4 or 5 years ago. Still not happened. Tyson Fury took this opportunity, I think, away from the fans. Away from the fans. He will fight Ngannou or Wilder again. He very well could do. He'll probably end. Did you know what? He'll probably end up fighting. Yeah, Dillian White again, or so. Yeah, someone. That's what I mean. Excuse me. People bang on about his resume. He's the greatest and all that. You're not the greatest. You're a very good fighter. Yes, I'm not going to take that away from you. But you, like I said today, you're in a poor era. To me, you don't have to agree with me, but I think heavyweight boxing has been poor the last 20 years, the last 15 years. I wouldn't say poor, but it's not on the same as the 80s or the 90s. No way. Not when you had the likes of Ray Mercer, Tommy Morrison, Burt Cooper, Holyfield, Moore, Tyson, Buster Douglas, Tony Tucker, and all them. You know, Michael Moore, I think I've already said him. Uh, Donovan Razor Riddick Bowe. They were fighters. Neither Spence or Crawford are as big as they think they are. The boxers are too big for their boots. Absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Mo boxing, bang. Bang on, son, mate. Bang on. Bang on. They are. They think they're bigger than what they're worth. And they're not because they're not fucking fighting. If you was fighting 3, 4 times a year, then yes. Then I'd say that's why, in a way, I give Canelo credit, man, because one thing you can't take away from Canelo, it doesn't matter whether people say he's a cheat or whatever, or people don't like him. There's one thing you cannot take away from Canelo Alvarez. That guy is active. He stays in shape and he's constantly fighting. What, 2, 3 times a year? You can't. There's no other boxer who's fighting as many times as Canelo. Yeah, Canelo might not be fighting the fan fights what we all watch seeing him, but like I said, one thing you can't take away from Canelo Alvarez, that man stays active and he's always fighting. Else put, imagine being a boxing fan and you were in a coma the last 3 years. You wouldn't be able to explain how Ireland, but exactly, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's a farce, and that's the same with undisputed. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see that. I can't see Usyk coming back and doing business with Tyson Fury. I just can't see it. I really can't see it unless he, like I say to you, he Usyk demands 50-50 and Fury agrees with it. But it's such a shame. And the fact of the matter is, like, years ago, the deals were done behind closed doors. Oh, my man, dog, salute to you, brother. I hope you're good out there. Salute to you down there in London. Salute, bro. You can't take Canelo's privileges away either. Yeah, I know, Stormy. I know. Yes, I agree with you. I agree. I do agree with you. But I'm only stating the fact that one thing about Canelo, he's always fighting. Yes, he does get privileges. Absolutely. I mean, how do you become a drugs cheat and then still end up fighting? It baffles me. But that's the way boxing is now. I think it doesn't. Being a drugs cheat, farcing around, it doesn't mean anything anymore. The boxers just do what they want to do, and that's it. And we, the fans, just get shat on. I mean, like I was going to say a minute ago, boxing, the deals were done behind closed doors. You never saw, we never heard about negotiations. The fights were just made, and that was it. It was on TV. Tyson Fury only for fights bums now. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Who's he going to fight now? Another Safiri or whatever he was called. The UK. Let me see it. I can't even see it. My eyes are bad, man. The fighters are getting paydays off. Nello gets easy fights and paydays. Yeah, yeah. Fucking eyes are burning. Yeah, he does. But dog, that's what I mean. I understand that. Yes, and it should be the same for everyone. If you're cheating, you're cheating, or whatever. You know, like you're saying, easy fights, not fighting fighters like Charlo. I know that, bro. I know that he dodged Charlo. I know that. You know, and that's proven with Baterviev. He never went for Baterviev. He went for Bivol as a cherry pick, but Bivol handed his arse to him. He schooled him. But yes, I understand that. And I think all fighters are doing it. No, I don't say all fighters, because there is a few rare throwback fighters like Baterviev who will just fight anyone. You know, same with Regis Prograis. I thought Regis is the same, but boxing is to me, a lot of them are just social media whores. They're on here talking shit, talking smack, and not giving the fans the fights that we want or the fights that we demand. And as proven today now, this for me is one of the biggest shambles that I've seen in a long, long time. It's every bit as bad as the Conor ban, if not worse, because this fight meant more than anything what Conor Bann's done at the moment. Because Conor Bann wasn't fighting for a world title or undisputed. This is the blue ribbon division. Do you know what I mean? The creme de la creme. Everyone looks up to heavyweight boxing, and for the fans to be robbed of undisputed on British soil, which has never ever happened, with 4 belts, which has never happened, all because somebody got greedy or wasn't fight fit ready, which I just think it's a fucking damn shame. It's a damn cracker. He needs to bulk up. I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. He's been drinking too much of that, giving it too much of that, and thinking that Usyk wasn't. To me, this is just my opinion. He thought that Usyk was just gonna say no, fuck off. I'm not fighting you for 70-30. But Usyk called his bluff, man. And Usyk, like Alex Cooper's just said, Usyk showed him that he can get in his head and made him look a fool. And that's exactly what I think Usyk's done. Usyk's made this guy look a fool. He's won fans over here by being a gentleman, conducting himself as a proper fighter. Who obviously showed to me that he's not asked about money. Obviously, he asked about money, but he was willing to take the shit to get the crown jewels. And that for me is a proper fucking fighter. That for me is a proper man. I don't mean man as in like, but you know what I mean? That's a proper fighter. And the other one, all he wanted was too much of that and talk shit and lead everyone up the garden path. And now it's backfired on him. Now it's backfired. I always knew this fight was never going to. Deep down, I did have little inklings that it would happen. I'm not going to lie to you. But deep down, more than anything, I knew this fight wasn't going to happen because I just, like I stated, you ain't going to be ready in 6 weeks. No fucking way. Not against someone like Usyk. You need more than 6 weeks training camp, unless you're suicidal. Well, if it wasn't for Wilder Fury, we would be relevant playing Wilder. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That shit got dragged out. It's just everything with Tyson Fury. Everything with him. It seems to me like all the big fights, there's a stumbling block or there's issues. But the easy fights like Derek, Dillian White, who I think Dillian White was never the same after Povetkin served his arse. Dillian White has never been the same after he got knocked out off Povetkin. Never. But them 2 fights were made easy. Anthony Joshua, stumbling block. Wilder had to drag him to court to fight him. and that took nearly a year. It might have even been over a year that he had to take him to court and win arbitration, whatever it's called, to fight him because he was contracted, and he's trying to make other fights while still contracted to fight Wilder. And the same thing with Usyk, stumbling blocks. It's just the same old BS with this guy. And the quicker that people realise what he's about, the better. Because boxing I'm not saying that boxing doesn't need, he is a character. Yes, he is a character. He's quite a funny dude sometimes as well. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes, when he rips Tony Bellew, sometimes I've laughed my cock off at him ripping Tony Bellew or other people, Eddie Hearn. But enough's enough. Enough is enough. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you because it's getting what time is it? It's 10 to 8. I appreciate everyone who's come through. Mo, Dog, Stormy, Silver, L, Alex, Triple D, B, Moggy, Bruce Gas, and everyone else. If I've missed you, I'm going to get up out of that. What's Dog? But they know what he's about. But the first for the UK undisputed is greater. Absolutely, 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 Dog. Yeah, absolutely. But like I say, I want to see what he comes out with in the next few, because he'll be out in the. He might go away actually for a bit. Can't see it myself, but he might stay quiet for a while, for a week or two. But he'll pop up and he'll blame Usyk. You watch. You mark my words on that. It'll all be blamed on Usyk. You mark my words. Frank Warren's trying to hold on by the strings, saying, "Oh, it can still be made. This fight's not done. It's not over. We can no, it's done." Usyk's manager said today, "It's done. Enough's enough. We're moving on. We're fighting as mandatories." So, Frank, do one. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Thanks for coming through. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I should be back Friday with a live stream. See what else is going on in sports of boxing. But thanks for coming through. I'm just pissed with boxing. Exactly, Mo. Yeah, me too, brother. Me too. Peace to you, Mo. Peace to all of you. Love you and leave you. I'm up out of here.